I'm worried about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check Mike, man, not. Check Mike. Alert flag.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I wasn't a little bit.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Bravo. Come on.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
On 2nd down, it's Cannon, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Given 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. But he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And that's complete to Jeffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Get wide. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift. Check safety. Inside.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. These two teams all tied after one. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check. Kelly, front left, Kelly. He's coming, double up.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's checking, he's checking. Come out.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers, and he whips that one incomplete there. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on. Watch out, watch out. Right now, you got 58.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Jim. Watch the ship. Jim, Mike.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Inside. Hey, we are going. 24.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
Check. Back one. Check 49. Check 49. Inside. Tighten up. Right now. You got 58.
They'll try and run. Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Jackson. Caught by Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Telvin Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sacks.
Time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, Cannon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will take the lead at 13-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on first down with Cannon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again. Continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Cannon. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
258.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. It's caught by Bryant. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Cowboys on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Easy. Shift. Watch the shift. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Double dog. That's the way. Check Mike. Smooth. Let's go, Heavy. Uncle, over here. Right left. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Inside. Yeah. Kill. Turn up. 26. Kill, turn up. Show it up. Check. Hey, seam 6. Look at this.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Alert flare. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Freeman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Hey, 626. Watch safety. Back north. Right now. You got 58. Check 52. Check out.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's going to be a long day. Check Mike, 99. Hey, I'm coming up. Hey, Echo. Check Mike, 99.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rashawn Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to come back to you.
They go again with Cannon, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain? Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Trenton Cannon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. One more time, it's Cannon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making a thing. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, clip it, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come to bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Yeah, shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips. Through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm on. Check safety. Watch the safety creep. Shoot.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Check, 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 check. He's cracked.
Off play action. Bunk. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. 54. Right, 54. Go.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Watch the whip.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
First down, and it's Pollard again. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Cowboys 7.
Check 24. Check 24. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Go. Tight dog. Check. Check. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Oh.
Now Pollard.
Under 10.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Kill. Switch.
On first down, Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, bump, big hold of the 30. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. To throw on 2nd down. Bump. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Check. That's great. Out. Check 43. That's it.
Throwing on first down. Fields got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Switch. Bang. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Operating from the gun. Fields. This to Jarwin. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Pollard looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Check. Hey, turn it up. Check. Kill. What? Get him. Shoot.
On 2nd down now. Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
You're not ready. Showing up. Showing up. Check, check. Lucky. Lucky. Shoot. Go.
On 3rd down, Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to look deep down the field, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check 3. Safety's creeping.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. This is caught at the 20. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking to throw on second down. Bump. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun. Bump. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. First down. Bump. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. On first down, it's Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Buck steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, Pollard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
This is Breida. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on second down, Fields. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Switch it, switch it. Switch it. Shift. Hot seven.
Back to throw. Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw on second down. Bump. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Alert, go. Alert, go. Slam. Check.
To throw on second down. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On third down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So this one